Back in the book segment tonight, American Kids Today. This coming Thursday, John Stossel addresses the situation on his Fox Business Network program.
Old people always talk about the good old days, but the good old days were not so good. When I was young, more kids were intolerant, racist, homophobic. There's no need for a battle between generations. Kids today are better, not worse.
Here now is the master of propaganda, John Stossel. You're so insane. You and I, you're a little bit older than me, but we were raised...
Smarter, too.
Yeah, well, okay, but you're insane. See, that mitigates all intellect. We were raised in the 50s and 60s, all right, where the culture was much different. And I agree with you that socially on the race issue and other issues, that the country was not where it should have been.
Sexism, homophobia.
All of those things. I'll cede that. But children back then had a much better time of it because the social problems they encounter now were much less. I mean, will you just throw that all out the window?
Well, the social problems you've been railing against are these horribly violent video games that they text all the time.
Yes.
And marijuana.
Not just marijuana, all drugs.
All drugs. But all these drugs have always been there.
No, they haven't. In the 50s and 60s, drug use in America was very low.
That's true. But what's the horrible result? Violence is down. Teen pregnancy is down.
Okay.
Things are getting better.
It's not getting better. It's getting worse. But there's a reason why all of these things are down. But let's take it one by one. In 1965, 24% of black infants and 3% of white infants in the USA were born to single mothers. All right? In 2012, 72% of black infants and 36% of white infants are born to single mothers. So the kids better off with the single mothers at that level?
No,
are they better off?
Those kids are worse off.
All right, so we start there. We start there with millions and millions of American children being worse off because they are not in an intact traditional family.
It's terrible.
Okay. According to a Nielsen survey, in 1965, Americans 18 to 24 read, on average, 2 hours a day because there was no internet. All right? In 2013, the same group read, on average, 10 minutes a day.
Well, now they're reading on their phones.
They're reading what? They're not reading Proust. They're not reading Dostoevsky.
I was reading comic books.
Well, and look how you turned out. 2 hours, younger people were reading in 65, 10 minutes today.
This is what the Senate held hearings on. Superman comics.
You're telling me that
in kids.
1965, 2 hours a day, young people are reading 10 minutes now.
I think it's a bad thing.
All right, that's two. I give you two. You want another one? Okay?
Yes.
You want another one?
Desperately.
Okay. Sex. Sex.
They have sex, yes.
Okay, at a much younger age. Back in the 50s and 60s, it was taboo. It happened. But the society didn't accept it, all right? You were taught, wait, okay?
Right.
Now, 12, 13, 14, overwhelmed by the internet, overwhelmed by the media, which glorifies it.
Well, how did
they're not ready emotionally.
This happened before the internet. This was the women's movement and the sexual revolution.
There was a tick up, but not the way it is now because of the free fire zone of the net.
And now pornography is everywhere and sex crimes are down. I mean, the horrible harm from this stuff just hasn't happened.
All right. I want everybody's opinion on this. I'll do a poll question tomorrow. We don't have time to put it up today. I want to know whether you think kids being raised in the 50s and 60s as opposed to kids being raised today, which was better for the kids. All right, we'll give you the results.
They have Facebook now. Just that by itself makes life better for them.
How?
They can communicate better. They
communicate on cyberspace, not face-to-face like you and me are doing.
Well,
you and I are doing.
The lonely kid wasn't communicating face-to-face. Now he can on all these new wonderful websites.
Right. I want everybody to watch Stossel's special on Thursday night. And if you see him in person,
Trash O'Reilly.
Please mock him if you see him in person. Factor tip of the day, getting